So once you've raised or supported your vehicle so that you can get underneath and drain the oil, I like to open the oil fill cap, remove it, and that way I can find the spec of the oil, confirm I've got the correct oil, plus the manual will tell you. So this one's 0W20. I'm going to set that like that, and then I'm going to raise it up and start draining the oil. So the drain plug on this car is a 14 millimeter, so you can use a socket or a wrench. We're just going to break it free. And then we have our catch basin. You can drop the waste oil right in it. So while that oil is draining, I'm going to remove the drain part of the oil filter housing. That's a 3/8 drive, so I'll just put an extension in there. And we're just going to take this cover off because the filter comes with a little drain and a new O-ring for this section. And that way we can drain the filter housing without making a huge mess. So the filter comes with this little plastic drain, and if you've ever bought one of these, you wondered, what is this? And you throw it out. This is what it's for. So make sure you got a catch basin right below it, and you line it up and push it in real quick. And it snaps in, and it drains that whole filter. We're just going to pull the plastic piece right out. Let's see if I can get a good grip on this. There we go. And luckily, the O-ring came with it, so that's nice. So we have a new O-ring for that too. And now we'll take the oil filter housing tool, and we'll take this big aluminum housing off and access the oil filter. So here's the oil filter, just a cartridge style, and here's the second O-ring on this housing. So if you can get a pocket screwdriver or use your finger, just pull that O-ring off and throw that out too. I'm just going to let this housing drain, then I'll clean it up and put the new filter in. Now with a parts cleaner or solvent, I'm just going to clean that housing up. Get all the threads, and then I'm going to get the inside part. Never shoot the solvent inside the engine's housing part of it, because it does have a passageway into the block, and that's not really something you want in there, touching the bearings, drying any of the components out. Nice thing about this too is right there, if you can read that, gives you the torque specs for this housing. So the new gasket comes with the filter, the O-rings. So we're going to open our O-ring kit and install that onto the housing. So you have the large O-ring, and then you have the small O-ring for that bottom housing. So it's this large groove right here. So I put it on with one part of it with my thumb, and then just follow it all the way around, like so. And then I can put the cartridge in. There's no up or down on this. Just slide it right over the tubing, pops down in. And now I'm going to take that O-ring and seat it right in there. And it will seat. It feels bigger. Just push it down in there. Then take that cap. Make sure that gasket doesn't poke out. Seat it still. And we'll snug that when we tighten up the oil filter housing. So now with a clean rag, I'm going to take all the residual oil that's around my filter housing here. Just clean it out as much as I can. Like I said before, don't spray anything up in there. You don't want that solvent getting into the engine block, which it will, because that's a direct deposit into that pan. That's pretty clean. Now I'm going to take the new filter and the housing, and I'm going to put some fresh oil, clean oil, all over this O-ring. I just dump some in the cap of the oil. Get that lubricated up, and now we can line it up thread it on clockwise. We're going to thread this until it bottoms out. And it's going to get difficult due to the O-ring where it seats. And now I get my torque wrench and we'll torque that down. Okay, so 25 Newton meters equals 18.4 foot-pounds. So we're going to make sure that's snug. Take that housing down. And then I'm going to take the socket off and I'm going to do the same with this. And we're all set there. So now that the oil has stopped dripping, it's down to the minimal, which is where you want it, like this. I'm going to take that drain plug gasket off. Sometimes they get stuck to the pan. Just drop that in there. I'm going to get the drain plug, clean it up, and I'm going to put a new gasket on it. It's good to use gaskets every time you get a chance to, because it's the seal that stops the oil from dripping out of the pan. You'll never know if you have a hairline crack in one, and next thing you know, you got oil all over the ground. And that's not something that you really want. So now I can just wipe the surface as clean as possible. Give it a good look, make sure that the threads look good. There's no metal on my threads, so pan's in good shape. I'm going to snug this up, and then I will get the torque wrench, and I will torque this to the manufacturer's spec. 14 millimeter socket, and the torque specs for this drain plug is 33 foot-pounds. So I like to add a funnel, and I have the actual type that screws into the actual engine for this particular car. Snug it up, and then I'm just going to add the capacity for this car is 6.5 quarts of 0W20. So now I'm going to remove my funnel. Got my 6.5 quarts of oil in there. I'm going to take my oil filler cap. I'm just going to give it a good quick wipe down. I don't want any of that dirt going into my engine. Or that engine, shall I say. Snug it up. And now we're going to run the car for like 2 or 3 minutes, make sure the oil gauge goes up or the oil light goes out. Then let it sit for about 10 minutes. And that'll give us the exact reading we want for the true amount of oil that's in this car. And then we'll pull it out. So now the car is sat, and we're going to check our oil level. So the oil dipstick is right here in the front. I'm going to just pull this out. And I'm going to wipe it and then reinstall it because it's not accurate because the car was running. So make sure it goes all the way down, stops, bring it up. Let's see where the oil's at. Oh, perfect. It's right there at the full mark. So those 2 dots in between is the safety zone, and right on the top is a full mark. So we are right in full capacity.